What's going on, everybody? LK here, and today I'm going to do another tournament review, top 8 review. Here I am playing at Tampa Never Sleeps. I believe this is the 5th one they've run. Probably the biggest online tournament I've played in so far. It's like 151 entrants, I believe. If you've been paying attention to online tournaments too, either my runs or just in general, this one's a pretty interesting one. The top 8 was really varied. My run was pretty unique too. I played against Axl like 3 times, Potemkin twice, as opposed to the previous one I did, Casa, where like my whole bracket was like solely Omeg, the entire bracket. So it's pretty interesting here. But my personal preference is definitely right now for people who are like, why don't you play like a ton of online tournaments, or why don't you play this tournament or that tournament or the other thing? I'm kind of restricting myself to playing online tournaments with less than 256 people. Just because I don't know, I have this weird feeling of if there's gonna be a tournament that big, I want to be in like a physical space. You know what I mean? I don't want to be in an online. I mean, outside of things like Evo Online, which I have registered for, I don't want to be playing like a 1K plus tournament in my room with like no one around. I actually played in my first offline tournament yesterday for the first time in more than a year, and the energy was great. I mean, they capped it at 64. You know, you're trying to stay safe and everything. But like, just something that size, like the physical part of the events are like, you know, probably like the main draw for me. And I also don't want to play in multiple online events at the same time. Kind of the way I'm approaching it right now is like I'll do one a week, and then I'll focus on like, you know, trying to come up with more million stuff, work on matchups I don't know, play with people, like high level people of like a character, so I can dig into some strategy a little bit. Before this tournament, I was quite worried about Axl, and it might sound weird because, you know, most people just say Millia beats Axl, like fast characters beat Axl. From an Exert perspective, I don't think I actually talked about this in a video, but I talked about this on Stream a bunch. But my legacy knowledge from Exert has helped me and hurt me at the same time. So it's helped me with like mentality stuff. So if I haven't, I mean, maybe if I played other anime games and not Exert, you know, I might still be cool about like, you know, the best character in this game is a mid dispenser, right? But I mean, the power level of the characters in Exert definitely has made me comfortable with the way the characters are in this game and their strength. Mentality stuff, it's obviously helped me with Millia. Like my approach to Millia still works in this game, so like that's good. Now the thing where it hurts is my matchup knowledge. So my matchup knowledge helps and hurts at the same time. So in the case of Axl, he was never a matchup I was really good at. It was always that Millia just beats him, and like I studied set play. That was basically it. I never felt like I defended against him really well. I didn't really feel like my neutral was that good against him. I was just like, man, you know, when I just don't know what to do, I can throw a pin at him. If he presses a button, I win, type of thing. So coming into this game, and I found this for a bunch of characters too. So there's characters like Soul and Chip, where I'm basically playing the same as Exert, and like, that's why it probably looks to y'all like I'm good at the match. So like, for example, for Millia players who are like, Millia, it's impossible to beat Chip. One, it's definitely even trust. You just work on your footsie, I believe. And two, it's mostly because I could not beat Chip in Exert either. And then I really studied the match like super hard to make sure that I didn't lose to Chip. And a lot of fighting Chip is about like not engaging and like maneuvering and paying attention to certain movement patterns. So, for Axl, not having pin was kind of a big deal, so I've been playing against Axl a lot, and surprisingly, I had to play Axl 3 times in the tournament, this tournament here. It was a really good test for me, I feel like, and this Axl I'm playing right here, Remy, in Winners Top 8, I found him to be, you know, quite strong, and like, every Axl, so here's the thing I've been thinking about the Axl matchup, like, even when you get your general game plan down and stuff, Axl is a lot about like, you know, he has moves that he can do that are relatively low commit, where he can just like do them. So, but they're generally not like big moves. And then of course he's got his long chain moves designed to like control a big piece of space. Of course, Millia can move around these, but you have to have a decent read on what the Axl player wants to do in order to maneuver around them. You can't like really force your way super heavily around them. And then like, even though you can block his moves in the air without FD, when you block them it sends you full screen. So I've been trying to think of like more stuff of what to do. and I'll try to share some of my strategies and like approaches on getting in on Axl. Of course, again, like Milia's really fast, so she can get in on him like really well, and her damage is kind of going up. So there are situations where you can two-touch Axl, like, which is really nice. But in this version of the game, I do feel like he's a little bit better at keeping her out, just because she can't like force her way in. Like she does have to maneuver. So my general strategy is that his ground chains are minus on block and on hit, so like 2H and 2P are minus on block and on hit. So I want to establish a ground game and then pick the air. Milia has a reputation of being like really jumpy. Like a lot of people are like, oh, Milia players just jump all day type of thing. So rather than do that, I kind of flip the script on them and be like, oh, I'm not gonna jump so much. And then like once they start committing to 2H and stuff, then I'll start like jumping more. The other thing too is like even if I get hit by 2H, it's not so, as long as I don't get counter hit, it's not so bad because he's minus on hit, so I could keep on dash blocking and trying to get my way in. Then eventually I could add dash jumps and air dashes to my game. And if I feel like he's going to move back with IDJS, as usual, Milia's too fast, so I can just run over there and close slash. It's going to be a really big part of my game. Then when she gets Septum, Axl can't do a lot of stuff. Like he can press buttons, but he can't really special cancel stuff, which is a really helpful tool. And it looks like so far so good here. So I haven't actually talked about the match. I've just been talking about my general outlook on the match. And of course, they took away his DP, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm a hater. I'm kind of glad they took away his DP. I'm actually the type of person who detests when they give zoners or like people who are like heavy neutral space control characters like zoning tools like that. He's trying to really keep me out. And then too, like things like JS, a big thing to remember about him is like a lot of the stuff he does, he doesn't get combos off of. So like, even if it's annoying, like as long as your character has some type of mobility, you should be fine. Unless you're like, you know, like a character like Potemkin who literally can't air dash and can't run, or like a character like Zato who's not very mobile and like relies on setting up his neutral. So you know, Axl's just gonna snipe you with like Renten or buttons. Like it's okay, like you can kind of like maneuver your way in, you can kind of pressure, like dashing and blocking is pressure on him. Like he's a character where, you know, those chains don't have perp boxes. I mean, you know, they have them once you get close, right? But on the tip they don't. So thankfully we can like dash and block and just work our way in. So here we're on already game number 4 here. Game number 4, Milia vs Axl. Dash blocking. See, I did, as soon as I started talking about it, I started doing it. So the 2P, especially 2, not a lot of Gatling options, and then like minus on block, minus on hit. Like it's definitely scary from like a screen positioning perspective, but as long as you don't bug out too much about it, you can pin him down. He knocked me down full screen here. I'm all good. Like a lot, like the only reason like the damage mostly looks good off random hits too is because, you know, it's Milia, she has no life. Oh, the trade, I reacted too slow. Some of y'all might already have characters who have this, but I mean, Axl definitely does this a lot. Like if you trade with an anti-air, you get a combo anyway, type of thing. Nice, he almost got the landing recovery. Whoop. That was an accident. I definitely want Septum, but we take those. There's Septum, he's dead. There's Septum, he's dead. How do Milia players feel about Septum? Isn't it better than Emerald Rain? Emerald Rain is a cooler name for a move, but Septum is mad useful, bro. I don't know what to say. Yeah, he's doing a good job controlling space. So he realized that I'm really focused on the ground game, like trying to establish a big ground game. So he's starting to use like really low commit tools like Flat K. After Flat K, he has jump cancel option that puts him in a perfect spot for IDJS. And Milia I can chase it, but I can't punish it like straight up. And of course he has ground Gatling, the ground Gatling is sweep, which gives him the standard special cancel guessing game that he has. So here we got a nice combo. I got a really good start. This is the only thing that sucks. Like being Axl, going to the last round and Milia hitting you really early, and like basically whatever. If I get like a close slash again that's airborne or near the corner, like he's dead. Nice 2K. I should press JH there. Using the recovery. Axl players, his secret anti-air is 2K. He goes really low to the ground, and especially in this game where all the hitboxes are nerfed, like you're gonna maneuver around all this stuff. Look at that 2-touch. She just kills you, bro. What do you mean? So, we proceed to the winners final. This is actually another match I've been stressing out a little bit about, and if you follow my other channel, LordKnight Clips, I posted a little bit about Potemkin. I posted about Potemkin Impact specifically, and some people are like, "Oh, he needs something. Why do you want to nerf to let my man keep something good?" Okay, we're gonna talk about Potemkin a lot. It's a character I'm worried about. I said I thought this might be one of Milia's bad matchups, like slight disadvantage matchups. And basically it's the matchup dynamic. And there's if you watch yesterday's video, the thing I talked about with Potemkin about the sweep comes from these sets. These sets against Jan's Potemkin. If you don't know Jan, it's a long-time big body player, always plays grapplers in general. In fighting games. I've had the opportunity to play him in a bunch of games at this point, and now we are playing Guilty Gear once again. So the matchup dynamic of this in this game is pretty extreme. I mean, it's always been about not getting pop bustered because it just does so much damage. So there are definitely people who are like, man, Milia dies in 2 pop busters and like a breath, basically. So like, how can you beat him? But honestly, in Exerd, it was like 1 like jab string into sweep and 2 pop busters and you're dead. So like the damage part is basically the same. Once again, it's about neutral dynamic, and which is different again because no pin, and it's kind of important against him. But the other thing is how Potemkin sets up his win condition. While it's the same win condition as Exerd, the way he sets it up is much different and much more threatening. And quite honestly, like, this is my true opinion, I think guard break is a fucking dumbass mechanic. It's actually the thing I like the least about this game from like the actual game perspective, right? This guard break thing. So I think heat knuckle. So people are also like, why is the heat knuckle air unblockable? That shit gives you guard stagger too. Like do you want it to be unblockable and then you go full screen? Because that's what it does. He's gonna send me full screen right now like this. Choo. From here, he doesn't really get Oki, right? So do you want that and then no Oki? Or do you want the fucking guard stagger where their opponent can't fucking press buttons and can't move? All they can do is block or get hit. And like, they have to take that 50-50 as soon. If I was a Potemkin player, I would take the guard break stagger, no problem. Potemkin Impact is probably the best guard break move in the game. It's like plus 19 on hit. It's fucking huge. It's disjointed. If you mediate, then you get another one guaranteed, and then you get your 50-50. The main reason I don't like this state is that, like, this is actually a thing that has existed in other Arxis games. Like, you know, I've used that as references of like, oh, this is why I'm cool with this. Like, it's been in this game before, and like, it's not that bad, and you can do these things. This is a mechanic from Persona, basically. Persona has a similar thing, but characters couldn't just do it. Honestly, characters couldn't just do it. It was very uncommon. The character that I got it, the 2 characters that got it the most in the original Persona 4 arena were Mitsuru, which hers I was legit saved that shit for nationals. I legit did not tell anyone about it for like 3 months. I used it in EVO 2014, and then Teddy had it on his last item. Everyone had it on their universal overhead, but you would have to give up your combo to do something with it. So everyone just did the combo instead and just play anyway. In this game though, like, Soul can just do it. Potemkin can just do it. Ino can do it too, but it costs 50 meter. And then, you know, Rams is -2, Slide Head is 0, so that's fine, right? But I think that mechanic is fucking nonsense. It's definitely something I'm kind of stressed out about. So I'm trying to play this match a little bit differently. So the way you're going to see this match dynamic, so I got memed. So you saw the Potemkin doing well version of the match where if he gets a good start fast, the way he hits you after, so like if he pop busters you, you can't burst, and then you're gonna have to take the poke throw again. So then your only opportunity to escape, if you're a Milia player especially, is Winger if you have the meter, or Gold Burst. Gold Burst is punishable in this game. He's definitely has a 10 frame move that's gonna punish you. So if he catches you, it's really over, and he does a lot of damage. His BNB does almost as much as pop buster. So my goal now, and you're gonna see the adjustment here. My goal here now is to do the equivalent of a pop buster before he pop busters me, essentially. Because then the neutral dynamic changes a lot. Then he has to chase me. Like, if he gets a pop buster and like a BNB and then like I get away, he is gonna play neutral super defensive and lame. But if I get a life lead, he has to overextend, and Milia's really fast. I can whiff punish him a lot. My defense was definitely not prepared in a lot of these situations as well, I feel like. Here we go over the slide head like this. Kind of messed up that mix up, but it's okay. Let's Spain the meter. He tried to mash it. I wasn't. The slowdown wasn't close enough to have that be airtight, which is fine. Lust Shaker, I think, is actually pretty good against Potemkin. His fastest button is 5 frames, 5p, but then after that, his next fastest general buttons tend to be 8 frames. So it's pretty difficult for him to interact with Lust Shaker, so I'm trying to use it some more on him. But he takes the first round here, though. This is a set point for him, but we're going to fight back. S-Disc over the slide head. S-Disc is airborne and low crush, so that was kind of nice there. Okay, he's got burst. We're mixing. Okay, mission accomplished. We did pop buster damage. I tried to push my turn once, and then after this, I'm gonna try to slow it down a lot. JK, it's even now. JK, we get out of there. Hammerfall stuff, just like Exert, Hammerfall stuff you have to pay attention to. I think it's easier to deal with in this game because he has to get. I was thinking about this the other day. He has to get near you before he activates the slowdown. In Exert, the slowdown's full screen, so the Hammerfall obviously is way stronger. That was the classic, okay, I'm doing something in tournament that I've never practiced and never done in casuals. I actually hate when I do that. Like, when I do stuff like that, by the way, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, why am I doing this thing I've never practiced and I've never done in any casuals in, like, winners finals of, like, a 150-man tournament? Like, what the fuck? But I don't know, like, I've talked to, like, other strong players, and, like, occasionally people are just like, yeah, sometimes I do shit in tournament that I never do in casuals, and then when it doesn't work, because it usually doesn't work, you're just like, why the fuck did I do that? Like, it's just something about the format that, like, makes you do that. I don't know. Anyway, we take that third game there. Down 2-1, so this tournament's format 2 was a 2 out of 3 the whole time, and then 3 out of 5 for top 8. I kind of like this format a lot. I don't really want to play 4 out of 7 like that in tournament, besides like grand finals. So anyway, round 1, 2p at the start round. Potemkin players, if you don't know how to start the round, you need to start with 2p. That sweep was really important. That sweep is like what sets up this situation. Like the whole point. Honestly, I should have lost this round because he pop busted me and I blocked. Like this whole sequence of, like, you know, him getting guarded up, me getting in the corner, me taking all his damage, all came from a sweep. But I didn't understand the burst dynamic of this matchup, where like there's just some stuff like you can't burst him normally because his normal mix-up, one of the options that he has, doesn't let you burst, which is incredibly strong. Honestly, I think Potemkin's kind of slept on, like, on some real shit. I'm not saying he's top tier or anything, but like, you know, like on the other channel, people were like, why are you talking about nerfing the worst character in the game? Y'all need to shut the fuck up. He's far from the worst character in the game. There's no way he has tools like you know, like his 50% damage command grab that you can't burst, and then your only option is gold burst, which is punishable after. He has a fucking move that all you can do is block and get hit. You can't do any reversals to it, and it baits reversals, and that does like 20% chip damage. Come the fuck on, son. He can reflect projectiles from full screen. His slide head has armor from full screen, knocks down from full screen. You guys gotta chill with that. You guys are too quick to call things broken or shitty. Like, come on, son. Don't do it to me. The only character you're allowed to call shitty is Milia, so I can get some buffs. Thank you. Okay, anyway. He's back in mid-screen. Megafist, like, so Megafist in neutral is actually not so bad, but Megafist in pressure, as you've seen, I haven't really mentioned it so far, but as you've seen, is actually kind of an issue for Milia. So there's some spots where he could do back Megafist out of your disc mix-up, because even though Potemkin looks dummy thick, he turns really, really small when he does the Megafist. Like really small when he does Megafist. So you can hit it, and I just hit it a little while ago, but you definitely have to aim for it when you do, and as a Milia player, you do need pretty specific responses for this. It's actually kind of interesting that, like, so like Milia Chip and, who's the third character? Milia Chip and May have higher jumps than normal, so there's like some pressure sequences where it's harder to catch them jumping with close slash than everyone else. Everyone else you'll catch because they just don't jump that high, but for them, they're just fucking hard to catch. And somehow, Potemkin is secretly in this group because of Megafist. Because you have to time your close slash like perfectly to hit Megafist. We're on the last game now, though. So we're on the last game. Obviously, I really want to win this game. Usually in a 3 out of 5, being down 2-0, I mean, it's gonna sound stupid. Being down 2-0 sucks. Like, you want to get it 1-1, and then you win the 1-1, so that you can afford to lose a game and have like the last game like chance to adapt. Having to come back from 2-0 is tough, but we're trying to do it. I read Megafist there. into delay S to see how he got over it too. Thankfully I was out of range, not in corner, so he couldn't like hit me. You have to delay your S disc so much to hit Mega Fist, but you can, which is nice. But you have to delay for a long time. There's the Hammerfall RC. I wasn't looking for it so hard. This is again a case of Exert Legacy kind of screwing me. Like you can look for it in Exert, but the slowdown affects the entire screen. So I mean, yeah, I can fly Amelia, but like for the most part, when he's doing it, you can't do shit. Where in this version, he has to get decently close before he does it to apply the slowdown. That being said, it is a full screen armor move, and like it's harder to hit the armor stuff in this game than Exert, so it's still good to do. He got slide head. He was baiting hard. I don't know what he was looking for. Hammerfall RC again. I'm really letting it happen to me. Okay, Mega Fist. That's punishable, but F beat it, so it's -4. Trying to slip out of there. Okay, spaghetti's happening. Okay, thankfully this. So one thing that you can do as a melee player is when you have meter for S-Disc PRC against Potemkin, you can use it and you're gonna destroy Mega Fist. Like you can make him respect it. I don't think he was ready for it. I think he just knew that Mega Fist was good against Melia. Here you go, hit him with the cross, but a little bit too late. Sweep, I want to get out of the corner so bad. Flick, the pushback's really nice on Flick. F-ding Flick is a really good return. I'm kind of back to my old habits of like trying to fake people out with 5Ps in neutral. And this matchup is not so good. In some matchups it's fine because they can't like interact with you from full screen, but Potemkin can, so that's like my bad habit. In this game too, like the tension pulse like is fine, like FD break is fine because Melia builds more meters, so it's like I gotta pick my matchup when I do it and when I don't. Potemkin Buster, bonk. So we're going to the last round. Again, if I understood the burst dynamic, I think that round would have went differently because I would have bursted way sooner. I remember when I was playing it, I was like, man, I should have bursted a long time ago. Like, what the fuck? But it's because I didn't understand when to burst against him. Bad Moon hits. He bad a hero backdash. Now my back's to the corner. Sweep into nothing, I'm fine. On sweep, his options are pretty limited, thankfully. So if you make it to sweep in his pressure, oh my god, I remember this. Every time I see this, I go into the abyss. I did not know the Hammerfall armor auto-corrected. And honestly, this cost me the match. That and not knowing how to burst the character properly, I think really cost me this set. And we proceed to the losers final. So it's me versus Remy Celeste again. And his opportunity to run back again, Melia versus Axl. You might be like, where are the souls and stuff? But by this point, they're all gone. It's Potemkin, Melia, and Axl in top 3. Let's go. Remy is starting super strong this round. We don't have to talk about matchup dynamics so much. We definitely talked about that at the beginning of the video. This round was really overwhelming. Axl Bomber combos do a lot of damage. He's definitely going for those. Like, Axl does do a lot of damage when he gets the opportunity to. It's just something to keep in mind. I'm going in though. Axl already at like 60-ish %. I smashed her. So that's kind of still been bugging me a little bit. So like in previous versions, I mean literally Exert, like she had a really good frame trap for hitting that you know, cost 25 meter if you wanted like big return and mix. But you could definitely get 1 or 2 YRCs in a round for the S-Disc YRC after jump-ins. Of course, in this game, the S-Disc is slower, and you know, you have S-Disc PRC that's 50. So I've kind of been struggling with like, okay, so what am I gonna hit this with that also gives me offense? And I'm kind of leaning towards close slash, but like I don't know why I keep doing deep that like I want to like dash in after. I'm like kind of spoiled by having like the pin frame advantage too still, and sometimes like I think it's just still in me, something I gotta focus on. Anyway, really good JH there. For against JH, I think I gotta run under. And like I think I'm running at him anyway, because I'm like, what he's gonna do, JS or JH type thing? When he's above you, he's definitely gonna do JH like that. Okay, he does the air one, that's fine. You can see too, like I'm generally trying to stick to the ground. The other thing that's nice about sticking to the ground is how explosive Melia is, like how fast she is. Really nice throw there, I was paying attention. I try to sneak one of those in. For the most part, if they throw you or mash, like, you're not going to take a fat punish. Like, if they mash 2k, you get hit by 2k 2d, fine. If you throw me, like, as long as you're on Melia, I don't really care that much, so... Okay, gets the cross. Oh, I messed it up. Yeah, there I was like, bro, spaghetti, like, what is wrong with me right now? Like, why am I picking that? Like, what a weird choice for me to make there. But anyway, we move on. No worry. I thought like that day overall, I was like, you know, I'm kind of playing like spaghetti a little bit, but we're gonna do our best despite it. Like some days you feel like you're just playing hot, you know, like at Casa, I thought I was playing pretty well. At the Panda Global tournament, I thought I was playing pretty well. At this tournament, I was like my decision making is good, but I feel like every now and then I just do some stupid shit or like something I don't normally do, and then I get hit for it. And I'm like, well, you have your good days and your bad days. It's fine. You're really like Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. It's like biorhythm. It's like my biorhythm was like awful. Okay, S-Disc. To start the round, S-Disc is pretty good against Axl, especially if they like using the down normals like 2P and 2H especially. Try to take my turn. Axl does not have a very high jump, so if he jumps at the Mirage, then I get another close slash. That leads to this situation. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun right now because I get to mix, and because it's tournament, I'm not feeling too hot. Like normally I would do the dash winger, but again, I'm not feeling like I'm playing super great, so I'm just going for easier stuff just to make sure I don't mess up. And it's Axl, so he just dies after I hit him. Yep, round number 2. Right over that far slash. Okay, here we kind of chill. As long as his back is to the wall, it's okay, because the closer he gets to the wall, the less IAD back JS he can do. IAD back JS is pretty annoying to deal with. Even for a character like Millia, it's fast. Oh, he blocked a hair car down drift into 2K. Okay, we get that. Hit that little IAD in the corner, IDGH. Slip it right under. See, now I'm mixing in the air dashes. So the main thing about Millia is like her air dashes are fast, but they don't go very far. You can't, if you use 2 air dashes, that Axl has all day to react to what you're doing, unless he heavily committed. So I also want to try to get to a range where he can't react to my air dash very easily, and then either pick like block, dash, maybe like Mirage, IAD, just mixing up my options when I'm like kind of close to him and like force him to commit hard. Because if I'm right, I got to mix him for a while. So we take game number 2 on that note. It's probably like the real roughest part about Axl. No DP, no counter. He has to wait for 50. For him, YRC isn't like special, I think. You know, like characters who have like command grabs like Mei and Soul. Or like Nago, like when they YRC you, it's like pain, because then they get a free opportunity for their command grab. Potemkin and even Faust are in this group. But for like you know, some people are like, why don't you ever YRC anything? Is because Millia gets like the situation she puts you in when she YRCs you is not that strong, and then the meter penalty is the most extreme out of all the meter penalties in the game. Like it's the worst you can get. And she doesn't build meter fast, so like generally if I'm gonna spend meter, I'm only gonna spend it if I'm in like a nightmare situation where like if I played like Faust for example, I would use it way more. If I use Potemkin, I would use it way more. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a character thing. How you use your resource in this game is really important, and Millia meter is really precious. So a lot of like sometimes people send me stuff like, look at this combo thing, you know, or look at this thing, and they're spending like 100 meter. I'm like, this is cool, but like you're never gonna get an opportunity to do this in a match. Like you have to really manage your meter. You have to basically not use meter the whole round to get like this thing that's good, but in the context of a game, of an actual game, it's not gonna be that great because you're just not gonna have opportunities to get it. Anyway, Remy kind of already walked into the corner. Great 2S, honestly. I like the way he kind of like switched. I think like many Axl players, he was probably thinking at the beginning like, oh, it's Millia, she's gonna jump all day. But he did a really good job adapting to like how much I wanted to make it a ground game. And when he gets like, you know, again, if I get hit by like 2H or 2P, like I don't give a fuck. But like if I get hit by like, or even JS, like I don't really care. But getting hit by like Rensen follow up or like a 2S counter hit, like that stuff actually matters. Okay, get him to the wall. Cross. I wasn't sure at that range. Honestly, I don't think it was cross. It's probably an auto guard at that side, and I didn't know that I was gonna go over him. Like it looked like I was like, oh, I'm not gonna cross, and then I did. So I didn't block the burst, but we got the hit right away. It's actually extremely difficult to burst Millia when she knocks you down. Oh, the blue, RC, drift, and punish my landing recovery. Now I'm full screen again. You gotta be clutch. I ran so far. you almost like, you watch me play matches. I'm like, yo, this dude pulled up full screen. And then like, just now I'm like, I pulled up full screen. Full screen. We had so much meter to play with for mix. He blocked the the hero card fast RC overhead, but another instant overhead came. Imagine it's bad character for instant overhead, man, crazy. Why didn't you just block that, Remy? It's okay. It's okay. Who blocks back? Honestly, you have to just guess. We're flipping coins here. Okay. Game number 4 at this point. So we had some close ones. I feel like in the first set, I had a couple of games that were like kind of heavily in my favor. These ones were like a lot closer. I don't think I played my like absolute, like my decision making is there, but like sometimes I just fucking pressed the wrong button or something stupid. And I think Remy adapted really well, honestly. Okay, 2H into Renton, push me full screen. We're in mid-screen. You don't want Axl to be mid-screen though. It's like you either call him mid-screen or you keep forcing him to walk back. This is a good general tool for characters that zone with normals. Zoners in general too. If you can get them to walk themselves in the corner with aggressive movement, then you're doing a good job. Okay, I wanted to like kind of like bait a button. So like Mirage is like 27 frames. You press close slash, it's another 7 frames after that. Throw is like 2, but if they jump, you're dead. So occasionally, like, you know, you're off the ground frame 4 when you jump. So mixing that in, especially since people want to use low normals against Mirage, means you might be able to take an extra turn. There I throw, establish the melee, burst, pain, one more mix is what I would say. Me not playing tournament says one more mix. Me playing tournament is like, why don't you OTG and not kill him? Like I said, and like her best OTG is Septum because it hits multiple times as a super. 2S is okay. There, I mean, it didn't do the job. I didn't know what side you were on either, Remy. Trust. Close slash, close slash, close slash. Because he blocked in the air, there was more blocks done, so I was able to run up. Natural frame chat. 6K block. It is plus, but he reacted quick enough. I did not react quickly. He blocked and pressed the button. I did not react to him blocking, so I didn't do 2K, which I'm supposed to do. Nice, he followed up. Safe jump. ID back JS. To follow up. That follow is pretty rare, so I wasn't ready. Jumps over Septum. I kind of just did it. Close slash, close slash. What are we going to do? Cross best disc? No, I stay same side with 6K. He was not ready. And then he tried to do Sickle Storm. He has meter though, so he can RC. If you don't know how to punish it, you jump forward and air dash. You could air dash over the follow. Okay. And we go into grand finals. Back against Potemkin. A tournament type you've never seen. Imagine 2, maybe 3 bottom 3 characters in top 3. These players are so good and so talented. Actually, these players are so good and so talented. Jan is godlike. Remy, I was very pleased to play against you. I was pretty happy playing Axl. And of course, there's Amelia player. Amelia player getting swatted by Potemkin. The first round went to Jan already. Again, I don't have to talk about match dynamics too much. I basically spent the entire winner's final talking about just the match dynamics and not the match, so I'll spare you guys this time. Anyway, I got his back to the wall, and I have a small life lead, but it's not meaningful. Something I did not know also at this tournament is that Slidehead did. It probably did 0 damage in Exert, honestly. I just did not think about that as a thing, and it does no chip. It's a pretty fair guard break actually, because you know, it's just 0 on block. You can move right away, no damage, no chip. If it hits you though, and he's more than half screen, he can't totally meet you, but if he's half screen or closer, like you're taking a 50-50 right away. And this game backdashes, even though it's invincible, it's pretty risky. Okay, I'm playing super lame right now because like it might look like I'm playing a little aggressive. I just don't want him to get space for free. I'm definitely trying to be defensive and just like generally floating around, stinging him like a bee. You know what I'm saying? Once I get a Potemkin Buster life lead on him, I'm just playing lame. Like, you got it, bro. You're a fucking tank. Like literally. Cross up, blocked. Into sweep. Can't really do anything. He's going for hard reads. He's going for hard reads because he can. Like, Potemkin has the HP to do it. And of course, if he gets one ball buster or gets a 50-50 situation, I'm going to die. So, hello, connects. Cross. Connects. Amelia Buster. That's what I just did to him. Okay. Oh, we got that somehow. That's this delay hits. I'm playing lame. The only thing is I'm not paying attention to the hammerful. And now he's like, welcome to the ground. I'm going to 50-50 you again. Fuzzy jump escapes though. Into Septum Oki, which I need to lab more. You remember this future LK? Into combo. Bad Moon's not going to do his job. Well, I keep memeing about Bad Moon. Like, Bad Moon is just really hard / weird to splat with Bad Moon. So there are times where I'm like on heavies too, and I don't get to play heavies that much. Like, the heavy character I play against the absolute most probably is Nagoryuki. Then second most is Leo, and then of course the least is Potemkin. I've been going out of my way to play against Potemkin though. But you have to do pretty different combos to the heavy characters if you want certain follow-up situations. Like the normal characters, you can't do like re-jumps and shit on them. In like most situations too. So we go to game number 2. I come out swinging. So Jan in the winners final, if you want me to summarize the winners final, I get memed in like 20 seconds. And then I'm like, let's stop gambling and let's start playing solid. And then, you know, we have like a set. You know what I'm saying? Where here, I'm like, all right, let's just like, I say as I gamble anyway, but like, sometimes I go for that gambit, just because, you know, Potemkin 2SP is a really strong move and 6 HP beats it. He missed a car buster, he would got me again. Nice conversion. He missed a heat though. That probably would have killed me, honestly. Mesh. Now he's gonna mostly, I mean, he killed me, but now if I hard return to neutral, he's gonna mostly play pretty lane. Once he gets the life lean, it's really hard to approach Potemkin. Jumping in, he bursts immediately. See, he knows I'm going to mix him, and he knows he needs the life lead to make this match like look like a meme, basically. Okay, we get the down. Okay, push my turn into low. I'm feeling saucy right now. Bad Moon hits into combo. This is like the one of the rare times you can actually go for that combo. I'm feeling saucy. I pop busted him twice, maybe once. Okay, H-Disc. He's in the air, so he can't flick it. He does have a move that does just beat projectiles and give him a projectile, but if you do it when he's in the air, most characters you gotta worry about air dash. People doing like a blind air dash, that's probably like my biggest thing of not using it mid screens against some characters, but against Potemkin it's super strong because he can't do shit. I'm gonna take this round just like that. Honestly, it's fine that you have to hit Potemkin so many times. Like he does a lot of damage. You guys gotta like really think about how these characters are made, you know what I'm saying? Like he does a ton of damage, but he has no air dash, he has no run, his backdash is heavily nerfed. He used to have a much better backdash in Xrd than this game. And like he just, I'm not gonna say he has problems getting in, but like, you know, he's not mobile and the way he moves is kind of linear. So like the trade-off is he has good buttons, he builds meter fast, it's hard to build his risk gauge, and of course, like, you know, once he gets in, you want, like, the people who play him, they want to feel like he is big. Like, imagine playing a Potemkin and he did fucking, I don't know, like Milia B&B damage, like 2k 2d damage. Like he had to do 2k 2d over and over, but you're playing Potemkin. That wouldn't feel good. That would feel like shit, honestly. Like you would feel so shitty playing a character like that who's huge and then he's hitting you with 2k 2d. Meanwhile, you know, Milia is playing Canada Goose Jacket and Uggs, so her not doing a lot of damage generally, you know, it just kind of makes sense, you know what I'm saying? When she does a lot of damage, people are like, damn, like where the fuck did that damage come from? Like what the fuck is that? It just kind of like makes sense. Milia, you know, she generally does not do a lot of damage, but you cannot defend her. She is super mobile. She, even when her buttons are pretty good, but like when her buttons don't win, you can just dance around the opponent until they overcommit, and then when you knock them down, then you're like, oh, it only did 10%, not a big deal. Then 3 unseeable mix-ups later, you're like, damn, where'd my life bar go? And it's really hard to guard cancel her in this game too and burst her, so it's like, you know, you just gotta think of the dynamics. Like sometimes, yo, like you're so like flat, like so like direct about like how characters are. Like the character doesn't do a lot of damage, that's like a weakness. Like, do you guys really want Milia to be like AC where she 3 touches everybody off on seal? I mean, I would like that, by the way. But I mean, if that's the game you want, if you guys just want me to win everything, then by all means give her this shit. Straight up. Okay, anyway, the Capo Air was air clutch, bringing him down here. Also, that dynamic always existed between Milia and Potemkin. I think even AC, she can't 3-touch him. I think she had to hit him like 4 or 5 times. And then he still had the 2 pop busters and the B&B, or 2 pop busters and like a sweep and you're dead type thing. That one, he was too far and I knew it, so... some Potemkin players helped me like lab the matchup a little bit, and I had to learn how to do Kara Hammerfall, which I have no business knowing how to do. I would never play this character, but it did help me test stuff. So if you can eyeball when they don't do the Kara Hammerfall, so using 6k to make the Hammerfall go further, then you could stop him from getting mixed sometimes. Which is important because his win condition is overwhelming. Look, Pop Buster, I guarantee you I lose this round. One more 50-50, he's gonna get right up on me. Fuzzy jump out, alright, we got 1 chance. Just dead. One Pop Buster, one Pop Buster in the middle of the game even. I'm just like, fuck, dude. Like, I gotta make up for all that. Like, okay, anyway, neutral. Playing slow to sweep, this is bad. I backdash, luckily. Okay. The Mega Fist out. That's fine. That's fine. No big deal. Playing lane. Here we're super playing chicken. Because I don't want him to get sweep. I don't want to block a guard break like heat extend. Oh, big for me though. I get a combo. Good recognition. With the wall break and positive, I'm feeling strong. Game? No, it's Septum first. Septum at the end of the round is kind of cheap. Maybe I shouldn't have pushed that. Okay, thankfully he tried to wire C. I think times like the he might try to wire C. He might try to move last minute. I was kind of thinking exit brain. Like normally, like you can bait people's guard cancels like that, but in this game you would get a blue RC there. So that's just to close it though. Sheesh. And again, the hammerfall. Again, I'm not paying attention to. It's probably like outside of not knowing how to burst. Watching this again, like it's probably like the fourth or fifth time I watched this, but like the main themes I've seen in these sets with Jan that I'm doing wrong is not paying attention to hammerfall RC. Which I would in Exert because it's full screen, but I just haven't been. And then not knowing how to burst properly against the character. A lot of these situations where he puts me in death situations, as I said in yesterday's video, comes from things that do little damage. Like I'm generally thinking about oh, he hit me in close slash, so I gotta burst. As opposed to sweep. If he hits me a sweep and then pop busters me twice, I am dead. So I need, in the future, I'm going to be aiming for bursting sweep and like mid-screen slide heads. Because he has to do hammerfall to get next to you, so you can burst there. Mega Fist. Thankfully, he doesn't get a big combo. It feels like my positioning is pretty good here. Okay, I'm playing little footsies. Thankfully, S-Disc exists. Isn't that an interesting move in this game, S-Disc? Despite not having pin in this version, they gave her a lot of interesting tools to work with, honestly. Anyway, I have a big life lead and burst, so I'm feeling Gucci. 2P, don't have to be that afraid. Tries a Power Pop Buster, but I'm too far thanks to FD. Blocks the overhead, probably trying to match something there. I don't know. The only reason why people get hit high after I use my low after I use my air options is that they're trying something, blocks them. Usually the only thing. Okay, round 2. Okay. And footsie game, Mega Fist over S-Disc. Really nice if he was looking for S-Disc, that was a really good adaptation for him. Of course, jumping beats S-Disc. So, like, even though the S-Disc is a godlike ground poke, if you get over it, she is vulnerable and she's airborne. Okay, Mega Fist, I'm out of there. Peace. Capo over. Get the throat, barely. Jump heavy, he tried to do something. It's a fake setup, quote unquote. Again, you know, she can meet you. And I have been thinking that like you can just fuzzy jump because like if she goes for any nonsense like this grab quote unquote loop thing that some Leos do, and then like of course cross, this shit doesn't hit meaty, so I think you can just fuzzy jump air throw her. And I've been thinking, I'm like, man, I gotta find something to hit that because the JH hits meaty, of course. So like if you fuzzy jump properly, you should be able to deal with that. And then she, you know, then she just plus. Oh, we got the conversion though there with the I-84 to JH. Oh, sorry, that was us. We get the reset. 3-1. So I'm not gonna lie, I was low-key melting a little bit because I was like, man, if I didn't spaghetti winners finals, this tournament would just be over. But then I was like, you know what? I'm playing pretty well right now. I feel like my decision making is good. Let's do it in this grand finals reset. But watch what's about to happen to me. Watch what's about to happen to me. Okay, so we proceed to the grand finals reset, as they call it, Shin grand finals. Again, Milia versus Potemkin. Me, the Royal Blue versus Jan. Actually, one like low key. I respect Jan as a player a lot, of course, but like one really low key I like about Jan is that he doesn't play the red Potemkin. Everyone's trying to be Fab. Just let Fab be Fab, bro. It's okay. It's okay. Am I really allowed to say that? Because I definitely just said like, yo, I play this color because of a specific player. But with Potemkin especially, it's like y'all only got one dude. Like, it's all good. Nice. Thankfully, he did use Hammerfall PRC, but I was already over it. He wasn't like my move was already active, so he couldn't interact with it. He tried to redo reversal Potemkin Buster. How dare you? Okay, gonna break the wall. Really close. I got a big life lead. I don't have my burst. If he does catch me, I can lose. But I'm playing lame. I'm not doing shit. Good luck catching me. Wow, he respected me after that. In the winners final set, he was really denying me air dash. But I think I showed him a lot of like varied options, so he wasn't sure what to do. Felt like I started hot the first round though. I was like, yo, I'm about to do it. It's what I would say. Now I'm gonna get 50-50. Now I'm in the corner, held dust. I'm probably fucking dead. If I'm alive, by some miracle, he gets another 50-50. Isn't this cool? Sick. You got mauled by getting hit by sweep and guessing wrong twice. Let's go. Make this back. It is plus, so I don't chase. S-disc. S-disc couldn't even work. He basically has to jump or do flick blind, and like S-disc is pretty fast, so it's pretty effective as this, I guess, his character. Missing my 2K, but it's okay. He gets sweep. Uh-oh. I got hit by sweep. Hammer for RC gets one more chance. Garuda, he gets another chance. Alright, we finally get to play. Holy shit. he got 3 opportunities to murder me, basically. And then Garuda, you can't fucking interact with. Isn't that sick? Because he did hammer full RC, he just gets a free Garuda. Like, normally it is a risk to do it, but after knockdown or spending meter, it is so fucking ridiculous. I missed my bad one. Anytime you see a melee player do close slash XP, they missed bad one. And he closes it with the counter. He finally starts showing 5H, so my main Potemkin practice partner, he uses 5H a lot. It's a really good move, and it's disjoint. Jan hasn't really been using it so much. Like, by now, we played, like, what, 9 games? So he hasn't, he just showed it in a meaningful way for the first time in 10 games, which I find kind of interesting. That move is pretty important if you're a Potemkin player. You get to do some really interesting stuff, like, say you're playing against Faust, and he does, like, button, like, / item throw from full screen, or, like, you know, like, tip of /. You can 5H, get the big counter hit, and do hammer fall, and, like, get hit and get in full screen, and then, like, 50-50 right away. Interactions like that basically never happen against Amelia, so sorry, but it's just a pretty interesting move that's, like, good to use against some characters. 6H round start, jeez, like, he wants to kill me, bro. Mega Fist back after 5K, that was a big Mega Fist, it's important. Garuda impact, charge us, thankfully, I'm mid-screen, so to be fair, Garuda, like, I would say, like, Soul Fafnir is stronger than Garuda impact in the mid-screen. Because you have more options in the mid-screen, but like in corner situations, that move is just like out of control. Another sweep into close slash. Again, I hold it because I am a dummy. I don't know how to burst. Welcome throw. So Potemkin, right? So he's got 3 throws, right? 2. So he got back throw. I shouldn't say it like that. He's got throw and he's got pop buster. Oh, and he's got power. So he does have 3. Power pop buster. Power pop buster is the biggest, but it's the slowest. It's like 9 frames. And then pop buster is like 5 or 6 frames, and then his normal throw is 2. So there's different, it's all unseeable, but like there's different timings you gotta think about and ranges you gotta think about as the attacker playing Potemkin and as the defender defending against Potemkin. Keep him down, Lust Shaker. I'm still focusing on my goal, just like maintain that life lead. Like when I have my turn, I'm gonna push it, but like maintain that life lead and just play lane when I have to, right? Hard read on a hit, he extend. From here, I don't think he gets a meaty, but my back's to the wall already, which means I can't get hit by stuff. He does another, and I thought I was blocking. I did not get counter hit. I thought I was blocking here. This is not good. Luckily, it doesn't down. Imagine because if they made it knockdown because people say the move's not good enough. Ugh. Okay, playing neutral again. Okay, thankfully I got lucky too, because usually in a JS situation I would not win that situation. I finally burst. My bursts, honestly, my bursts to set are fucking awful. There's no other way to put it. He tried to do Megfist there. That was crazy. Okay, he's kind of like, look, he plays very, and you'll notice it too. It's smart. Like he plays very differently based off the life totals. When I'm winning, he has to play more aggressive, take more risks. When he's winning, sometimes he'll still kind of like you know, cycle some like high risk option, but for the most part, he just plays lame and plays safe. A quick tool. I wouldn't actually say it was a quick tool. Really thinking about it, but it's like a clean tool for sure. Right? This is kind of like, all right, take a deep breath. You've done well the past 2 sets, and honestly, like your first set sort of like this too. So like, let's just turn it around and breathe. Like you got it. I was about to say, for some reason, my avatar was gone though, but it's okay. On to game number 3. Game number 3. Amelia player versus Jan. Here comes the eagle. Round number. Checking opponent's. Just kidding. We're round 1 now. For real. Round start again. I go for a sweep. I don't even know what sweep does. I have no idea why I pressed that button. This is kind of bad though. Back to the wall. Unfortunately, missed my punish. Any weave with the heat knuckles, you gotta punish. He goes for him big. Honestly, again, like I said earlier, like you get a really good situation off it because it guard breaks and forces you to the ground. So you probably get a guaranteed Garuda. Honestly, I try to backstep. That's not like that one was like okay-ish. If you get hit out of a Garuda mid screen from backdashing, he doesn't get a combo, which is really nice. But in the corner, you're fucked. You're super fucked. It begins, and I didn't burst. Okay. See, I'm telling you guys, it's the burst. The burst is so big. The burst and some defense stuff. Straight up. Straight up. Today's me, I would have burst that sweep. I am not taking that. Now I have to play fucking ridiculous to make up for the huge life total he did just from fucking grabbing me one time and hitting me sweep one time. Terrible situation. I tried to backstep. I'm playing kind of desperate right now, to be honest. I went for the close slash one time. Oh my god, what a way to end it. On my that move, he definitely hit me with GD shake my hand. He can't special cancel that, and then the JD is super minus. I was just shook. I was like, what do I do? Anyway, good stuff to Jen. This time I got second in the tournament. As usual, if you guys have any questions or comments, definitely feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Like and subscribe if you guys feel like it, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.